Tonight, we are going to witness the most anticipated match.
Welcome to the Mel and this is Q. I'm rarely here, but we decided that for 2021 we were going to have a different opening. Nothing to pay homage to the new year, just that the new year marks a reflection of the end of the calendar. Someone mentioned that, and I just thought I'd say it out there. Anyway, we're going to ask each other 5 basic questions about married life and maybe even get into some personal things, but not too personal. Okay? We're about to start. 1, 2.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's get ready to rumble!
All right, the first question is going to be, let me think. Wow. Anyway, I think I have a good question to ask. Anyway, Mel, what do you feel different about, spiritually, dating or being married? Which one feels better?
Being married is better to me because, all right, a lot of us, we have our boyfriend, and if you look, boyfriend end with E-N-D, so it's going to come to an end one day. Not that I'm saying that marriage cannot break up, but the Bible tells us, say, what God has joined together, let no man put asunder. So if God is the one that puts you and that man together, or you and that woman together, there is nothing can come between both of you and break you. Yes, you're going to have struggle, you're going to have disagreement and stuff like that. That's where communication comes in. So you have to learn to talk to your partner, let your partner know how you feel, without you being upset or he being upset. So communication is very important, and we have to know what marriage is all about, because a lot of us know we are getting married and we are doing the man-made marriage and stuff like that. We don't include God in anything that we are doing nowadays. So being married, include God in it, because God is very important and He's the center of our life.
That's question number. To Melissa's question number 1.
Okay, so my question to you is, do you have a problem with your wife going to church?
Well, first we have to get to the root of the matter. I'm not a Christian, so I don't attend church. But if we both went to church together, then this question wouldn't exist. So, moving right along, no, I do not have a problem with my wife going to church. And I don't have a problem with you going to church, no. Historically, I've always been the catalyst for taking her to church. I've been the one that was the chauffeur. I'm usually the one that supports the journey. I don't have a problem with one's spiritual endeavors. I just figure that when she goes, she enjoys herself, she comes back as a better person. If you in the marriage want to hold back your spouse, your partner, and I mean partner as in if you were male, your wife, if you were female, your husband, nothing else. I'm basically speaking about traditional marriages. You wouldn't hold your partner back in any endeavor. So if you were to start a business and the business was to be lucrative, I would support that too. So why wouldn't I support church? Anyway, moving right along. All right, this is my second question. Is marriage easy?
Well, so far it's easy. For me, I don't see any difference from when we were dating and now that we're married. I don't really see any difference. It's just that he's much nicer now. He's much nicer now. The fact that we are married, before he wasn't that nice, but he's
my God!
It's true. He's much
I object.
He's much nicer.
I object to that one. I was fair. I was a fair boyfriend. No.
No, he didn't see. Now, the fact that we're married now, before he was, I couldn't talk to him then. The least little thing that he would get upset over, and the fact that we are married now, he's much easier to talk to. I don't know if maybe before we got married, I probably wasn't going to church. I'm praying for him much more often now than before and stuff like that. So I don't know if it has anything to do with that. But for me, marriage is not hard. You just have to learn to communicate, and everything that you do, you include God in it, and it will make it much easier. Yes, with teeth and tongue are gonna meet, but you know, say you can't have
Teeth and teeth. Teeth and tongue, somebody getting bit.
if he's upset, I try not to get upset. I try to be the water, because in the relationship he's the fire and I am the water. I am always the soft person. So whenever I flame up, I just sprinkle some holy water.
Now, gentlemen, no, I have to object to that. Gentlemen, trust me. You know you have a fear for your wife. You know when your wife comes in angry and it's, I'm not putting up with your foolishness today, we back off. Okay? So if I'm the fire, what puts out fire but water? Alright? Okay, you ever seen water? You ever seen fire put out water? It may burn long enough and consume it, but the water just goes up in the air, comes back down as rain, puts out the fire. No. Water extinguishes fire.
Okay, my second question, and I know somebody that is going to see this video is going to like this. Depends on how we answer this question. Do you think you will ever go back to church? And yes, he's a backslider and he used to preach in church. Yes, he was a preacher.
Wow. She had to go and put it out there, huh? I mean, that's like saying that I had dirty underwear. She didn't have to say that one.
I'm sure Laura is listening for the answer too.
No, I think it's somebody else very close to there. All right. Listen up, Tanisha. This goes beyond the video and everything else. All right. I can't tell you what I'm going to do today. All right. All I can tell you is that my feeling, the call that I have, is to be Islamic. I mean, I'm pretty sure that you listen to Brother Minister Farrakhan, don't you? He's a Muslim. I feel that that's my closer connection right now. And I need to work on getting my spirit stronger in Islam. If I find out that it's not in the future and I get jealous of my wife becoming a more dynamic Christian, because I am a little on the jealous side with things. I can get that way. I'm petty. And I agree with that. All right. And that's not fire. That's just pure petty. Anyway, in the future, I don't know. Maybe I'll attend some meetings, or maybe I'll, be more active spiritually. We'll have to wait and see. Tanisha, I don't know why you had to bring her up. And why do you keep bothering me? We're going to talk about this later. Stop. All right, we're heading into my third question, as in third question. Do you feel comfortable discussing the inner workings of your mind now that you are creating this vlog?
Yes, I feel more comfortable discussing about myself. It come out very easily, me talking about myself rather than talking about somebody else. Talking about my own experience, it comes naturally and easy. I don't really have to think about, okay, what I'm going to say, because it's something that really happened to me or stuff that I've been through. So yes, very easily, me talking about myself.
That one was pretty easy, wasn't it?
Now, what is marriage to you?
Marriage to me, well, this is as honest and as straightforward as I can put it. This is the first time I was married without any of the accoutrements. As in, there was nothing else added to it. There was no, my girlfriend was pregnant and I wanted to be a good father. I wanted to be a good family man. Did I get married for the right reasons, or was I dating too long and I just chose to get married? So marriage to me means infinity. It's that number 8 this time. You know what that is. That means it never ends. So marriage to me is sharing my life, sharing my journey, discussing things about me, the inner workings that I wouldn't discuss with anybody else, except for this vlog. I gotta think about that. Why did I even do it? Next, I won't be on these vlogs much. This is Melissa's corner, not Mel and Q's corner. Um, but marriage to me means number 8. And I firmly believe in this. I mean, it's not something that I say as a trapping, it's the reality of me. It's my core foundation. I believe when you close your door, you should make it as close to heaven or at least a great place to be. When you're home as a family, no matter how large, how small your family is, to me, marriage means when we close that door, the front door, we should be happy inside. We should be sad to go outside. All right, unless you're going out for fresh air or to the question number 4. It looks like an 8, but it's 2 4s. Anyway, this question is going to be very tantalizing, and even I am waiting for the response from this one. Melissa, will you take my hand? Oh, we did that already. Okay. Do you have a problem with being married to a non-Christian?
I don't have a problem with that. I know you're going to have a lot of person out there that will have a problem with it, but for me, I don't have a problem with it because a lot of times in life you have two person and they're Christian and they go to the same church, but yet still they are having problem. And you have one person that is a Christian, one person that don't go to church, and it's not like you believe in God, right?
He's not a head of lettuce. There's one God.
Yes, he believe in God, and trust me, he pray more over his food than I do because sometimes I'm so hungry I just go right into the food, and with him he pray every morning. He's having breakfast, every time he's eating lunch and dinner, and I don't do that. And a lot of times I look and stuff like that. So a lot of people are saying, okay, because I am a Christian, you are a Christian, and we're going to the church, so yes, we should be happy. A lot of times they are not happy. They only I can put on this clothes because I am hiding my skin and I have scar on my skin and you can't see it because I'm hiding it with my clothes. And that is what's going on in a lot of marriage now because you're a Christian and you said, okay, I don't want the pastor to know that I'm not happy in my marriage, or I don't want my family to know that I am not happy in my marriage because either the man or the woman is not treating you good, okay, they're not talking to you good, or whatever the reason is. So it doesn't mean that the person is an unsaved and you said, okay, I don't want to marry to the person because the person is unsaved and stuff like that. We can't really look at stuff that way because I strongly believe that he's going to come one day. I strongly believe 100%.
You see that? That's what I'm talking about. Well, let's just break that down to the core foundation. All right. I'm not a big liar. I'm not a big thief. I'm not a big cheater. That means cut those things out because I don't do those things. All right. I'm fundamentally a sound person. That doesn't mean I get the keys to heaven either. I mean, I think I have to participate. But I'm in my core values, I'm a decent, good human being. All right. Pay all my bills.
Okay, my question number 4. Why did you stop going to church and do you think you will ever go back?
Woo, man. That I really didn't want to get into that. I guess this is what this vlog is all about, isn't it? Kind of putting things out there. Maybe this will help someone else. I think I was a dynamic pastor. I held the priesthood for many years, challenged by many of the parishioners, but I was more than prepared each time to answer the questions. Sister Ruth, if you're out there, you know who you are. Anyway, I think that the reason why I stopped was I had a partner who was unfaithful. And I believed in my whole heart that ask anything of the Father through me, and it shall be given. I didn't ask really anything except to be a better pastor. And but my partner was unfaithful, and while I was going to church doing what I thought was the Lord's work, and I still think it was, my partner was not at home. She was elsewhere, other people's bed. Okay? When I say people's, that means multiple partners. And I think when I found out, it damaged me. And it made me kind of look into my experience and my journey. Not that God caused my spouse or my partner to cheat on me. That wasn't the case. I just was upset, and I needed somewhere to put that venom, and that's where I injected it. I injected it into the spirit and the work that I was doing at the time, because I baptized a lot of people, and I think a lot of people were inspired by my personality. So in that case, that wasn't something that I wanted to really talk about. Had to tiptoe around that one. But you got it. All right. The vlog is real.
What a lot of persons don't understand when you come on to the Bible. The fact that you said that ask anything in my Father's name and it shall be given. I realized that person never read the other verse that come after it that said, if I abide in you and you abide in me. Mm. So the question that we should be asking sometimes when we ask for certain things and we don't get it, am I abiding in God?
All right, well, I didn't ask the Lord, or I didn't ask Jesus as the source when I was a Christian. I didn't ask that to, please don't let my spouse cheat on me. So that I didn't ask anything. I just thought that because I gave so much of myself that I would have been shielded, at least from that type of pain. Trust me, it was traumatic. After the breakup, I spent, I don't know, hours sleeping. I rarely sleep, but I would literally go to bed at 8 p.m. and I wouldn't get out of the bed until 12 in the afternoon. Yeah. So if you do the math, that's 16 hours in bed. All right. And then I'd get up, eat, sleep for an hour, and then eat again, and then stay up until 8 o'clock. So I was going through some depression and some other things.
Okay. Anyway, understand.
We're going to go to the next.
You see, he's trying to run me. He don't want me to say anything else on behalf on that.
Question. This one is it's kind of basic, so I guess it kind of runs you through the vlog pretty easily. But this is my fifth question, and here it is. What's the key to a happy marriage?
Love, love, love. Love with your whole heart. Just as what Jesus said, husband, love your wife as how I love the church. So only thing I can say, love, 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 love.
And love to cook, love to eat, and even my flatulence, she loves that too.
Just love and learn to communicate. Talk about whatever bother you. If your partner said something and it offends you, talk about it.
That's me being dramatic. I couldn't wait to do that. That was my key questions, and I could tear them up because I'm done. All right. She did hit me with a hard one on 4, though.
What is your biggest problem with the way church is today and our generation?
Woo! Man, I'm going to try to quantify this because that's pretty broad-based. I'll take it into 3 parts. Growing up as a society, no matter what religion you were in, I just felt they were stronger in their belief. People believed in God. People believed in Jesus. They believed in Muhammad. They believed in Buddha, whatever your religion is, but we're talking about Christianity. So they believed in Christ. People would literally get upset if you did anything on a Sunday that was not church related. And now people rather believe in Bigfoot and alien nations than crocodile people. They believe in that before Jesus. So I believe that the problem that I have is that society on the whole has become resolved to the fact that the church is either boring or it's either full of women and the men have left the church, whatever the case, and that's being stereotypical. But the church has changed, not because people just decided not to keep going to church. Church has changed because the philosophy of church, a lot of pastors, not all, but many have adapted to the streets. Kirk Franklin, he's not a pastor, but he sings, and he used to sing songs to get hip hop people. So they were doing hip hop beats and songs in church. Had nothing to do with the foundation. Instead of bringing people in and correcting their problems, they were just pacifying. And that's what we're doing to the youth now. So that's my first biggest problem. And I would probably say the second is that the pastors have this war. It's either a woman can't be a pastor, it's only supposed to be a man pastor. If God loves us all, didn't it say us as in mankind? It didn't say man, it said mankind. So whoever has the gift, that's who should truly lead. I don't see it as a problem if it's a male or a female that's leading. But a lot of pastors nowadays, social media, the internet, has brought to light a lot of pastors and their foul behavior. And we look on YouTube videos and the pastors asking their members to do some really indecent things. And I've found that that's eroding the church. If the church was a foundation, the people of the world, the earth, bad behavior, has just torn away the foundation of the church. And last, to close this, I didn't even want to take it this long. It kind of upsets me. But I probably say the last thing is a lot of people who go to church nowadays, from what I've viewed, go because they've made so many mistakes in life that they figure, why not church? They're not active. They didn't go during the good times. They primarily joined because their rent's due. They got put out. They lost a good job, lost a family member, and nothing else. And then finally God. So all the DJs at the dance fling you out, and you decided to join the church. So that's my view on it. You want to put a little bit in there because it's the end?
Yes, I'm not going to blame a lot of the parts of them for the way how the youths them are now, because when I was growing up, if I would have you as my neighbor could correct me when I do something wrong. And if I go and complain to my parents, I'm going to get another whipping.
Mm-hmm.
But if you notice now, it reverse now. If you correct me, I go to my mother and complain to my mother, and my mother come and with you the person that correct me. So society changed. So I believe that's why the Bible tells us that grow up the child in the way that he or she may grow. And when they get older, they will not depart from him. So it have a lot to do with the foundation. If you don't get a good foundation from your parents, how you expect say when you go out there, when you turn a young man or a young woman, you're not going to know what to do because you grow up and you see your mother is a thief, you're going to turn a thief too. Because you don't know better, they say, we grow up and see my parents do it, so you believe that it is right. So I'm not going to blame the pastor them, the leaders them for most of the things that is going on. No, yes, a lot of them could be doing different because I know a lot of them they are out there and it's just all about money. Nobody don't want to really put in soul. Nobody don't want soul. And nowadays, if you look into the church building, you have body sit down in there, but there is no spirit in there, and God wants spirit because spirit is the only thing that can worship him, because sometimes you go there and the flesh slow and the flesh decides say I'm not moving. I remember Paul saying, when I want to do good, evil present itself, so there's always the flesh and the spirit always are going to wrestle against each other. So you will just have to make sure, say, okay, fight and make the spirit win. Don't mind my hair, okay? Don't mind my hair.
She came out pretty raw today. This is the real. This is the real.
Sometimes I to be honest, I feel much more comfortable with my natural hair more than when I wear the wig. The wig coming like it's stifling me, and I want to stop wearing it, but because my hair was breaking and I actually cut my hair, and it's actually growing back now and stuff like that. So I soon as we get back enough head of hair God did bless me with, because God bless us with this beautiful head of hair, and we're going to go take chemical and mash you.
God bless me with just a beautiful head.
We take chemical and mash it up, and then we have to do a lot of stuff to get it to actually come back and stuff like that. So God bless all of you, and have a wonderful, wonderful day. And don't forget to like, share, and
that's all, folks.